In the required practical in the previous video, we saw that moving the light away from the plant decreased the amount of light the plant received. So if we put the light here, the plant would receive more light than if we put the light here. This means that as the distance from the plant increases, the light intensity decreases. Now, it's even better than that. And actually, light intensity decreases in proportion to the square of the distance. In other words, we can write it as light intensity is proportional, that's what this symbol here means, to 1 over distance, or d squared. Now, this here is what we call the inverse square law. Now, let me explain what this actually means in terms of a worked example. Calculate the light intensity when the lamp is 5 centimeters from the pondweed. So we remember that light intensity is proportional, again, and that's what this symbol means, to 1 over distance squared, as we previously said. So the first thing we need to do is find the values that we know. Now, in the example here, we can see that the light is 5 centimeters from the pondweed, so the distance is equal to 5 centimeters. And we can then input these values into our equation. So light intensity is equal to 1, as we got from the equation, over the distance squared, and the distance in our example is 5, so we'd write 1 divided by 5, and of course that is squared. And if we put that into a calculator, we get 0.04 AU. Let's go through another worked example, and this time we're going to calculate the light intensity when the lamp is 10 centimeters from the pondweed. So again, we need to find the values that we know. And again, the distance here is 10 centimeters, so we're going to write our distance is equal to 10 centimeters. We can then input these values into our equation. So that light intensity is equal to 1. Again, we've taken that from our equation, divided by the distance squared, which in our worked example is 10. So it's 1 divided by 10, and of course that's squared. And we put that in a calculator, we get 0.01. Now it's important to note here that here we have 5 centimeters and here we have 10 centimeters, so the distance has doubled. And here we have 0.04 as our light intensity, and here we have 0.01 as our light intensity. So you can see from these numbers that if you double the distance, the light intensity will be 4 times smaller. And if you treble the distance, the light intensity will be 9 times smaller. You have now learnt about the inverse square law and its equation. You'll find a summary of this information below. Make sure you test yourself using the quiz on reviseitright.com. Why are we the best revision website out there? Well, because we have it all in one place. Revision notes, summary videos, longer, more detailed videos for topics you're struggling on, exam question walkthrough videos where qualified teachers take you through the perfect answers to exam questions, worksheets, quizzes, computer marked exam questions, interactive flashcards, forums, the ability to keep track on where you are using our tick list, and so much more. But that's not all. We run at least 3 live lessons a week, and closer to exam time, this will be more, where you can tune into a qualified teacher teaching lots of different topics each week. The lessons will be interactive, and we go through exam questions and quick quizzes to ensure understanding as you go. We also run drop-in sessions where you can drop in, ask a tutor anything live, get the answer that you need, and leave. These are included in our silver and gold membership. This means that for an extra £10 a month, you can access at least 12 hours of lessons a month. That's under £1 an hour, which is incredibly cheap. Still not convinced? Try us completely free for 7 days and cancel anytime, completely free of charge. We offer this because we're convinced that you'll love us. So try us now.